Thank you very much, Mr. President. Firstly, can I thank the Commissioner and his staff, the committee staff, my group staff and my own staff for the work that's gone into this report. I would also want to thank the shadow rapporteurs on behalf of the major political groups who, in a spirit of cooperation, have made this report what it is today. I take full responsibility for the report, but all of the above have their political footprints trodden across its pages. In some senses, we wish that this negotiation between the EU and ASEAN was unnecessary. My own committee's priority is very clear. We want a successful conclusion to the Doha development round, which unfortunately at the moment looks as if it is being sucked into the black hole of the US presidential selection and election. It may hopefully emerge relatively unscathed in 6 or 12 months' time after the inauguration of President Clinton, McCain or Obama, when they finally have a new trade spokesperson in place to continue the dialogue. But it looks like in the interim we will have negotiations with Korea, where my colleague David Martin was the rapporteur in the Parliament, with ASEAN and with India for bilateral or EU free trade agreements. The Council's mandate to open talks with ASEAN, the EU's 5th largest trading partner, covered only 7 out of the 10 members of ASEAN, because ASEAN is an extremely diverse region, ranging from economies whose GDPs are equal to those of some nation-states of the European Union, to 3 less developed countries, 2 of whom benefit from the anything but arms provisions, and one, of course, is the pariah state of Burma, which we've heard so much talk today. It's clear that potentially a free trade agreement will benefit both sides, increasing the flow of goods and services and enhance innovation and boost economic growth. We welcome the signing of the ASEAN Charter on the 20th of November last year in Singapore at the 13th ASEAN Summit, and look forward to its swift ratification. This should help to strengthen economic integration within the ASEAN countries, and we call in my report on the Commission to provide technical and other assistance to facilitate the process. The negotiations need transparency on public procurement, competition and investment, intellectual property rights and state aids. We need to talk about the removal of non-tariff as well as tariff barriers, particularly with respect to banking, insurance and legal services. On our side, simplification of the rules of origin are important. Harmonisation of standards, including product safety, child protection and animal welfare, is something we should be seeking. We need to protect against counterfeit pharmaceuticals, but at the same time, the committee is concerned that we do not compromise the flexibilities of the TRIPS arrangement. The Trade Committee believes an essential part of any agreement must be a sustainable development chapter, including a sustainability impact assessment. Plus, we need a parallel political cooperation agreement, binding social and environmental clauses, committing both sides to the ratification of core ILO conventions, as well as the normal PCA clauses on human rights and democracy. Trade and Sustainable Development Forums should be established, including employers, employees and civic societies that can actually have an input into not only the negotiations, but more importantly afterwards, how the agreement is carried out. The report suggests that we should consider environmentally friendly and fair trade goods having preferential access to the EU, that the tariff barriers should be taken down more quickly. But of course, was that to be implemented, we will require the Commission to modify its customs nomenclature to enable this to happen. There are some country-specific issues. On Singapore, we have concerns about banking secrecy that have been made clear when the committee visited and spoke to members of Parliament in that country. We welcome the restoration of democracy in Thailand. And of course, we have agreed that Burma should participate, at least sit in on the negotiations, so it's absolutely clear from our point of view that until the current regime has gone, then there could be no prospects of signing any agreement. Our idea is for a framework agreement for all that... Sorry, I've got 6 minutes, Chairman. I've got 4 and 2. Please look at your list. The idea is for a framework agreement for all that allows individual countries within ASEAN to be, on the basis of their own current situations, to open up particular sectors at an appropriate speed for them. So eventually, and I emphasise eventually, we will have a common and full agreement with all. So, for while one can only welcome Vietnam's leadership of the process, the institutional architecture, compounded with a lack of drive and will by some ASEAN nations, has made progress slower than anticipated or wanted. Let me be clear, the European Union should not allow foot-dragging by individual member states of ASEAN to veto progress. If there is no alternative, in the last resort, Council, Commission and Parliament might look at the possibility of bilateral rather than multilateral arrangements. I hope government and civil society in ASEAN see Parliament's position here today as an encouragement to move forward and move forward quickly.